Hello, everyone. Welcome into Yelling from the Couch. I'm Brent Humphreys. He is Gage Berdovich, and we are finally here. It is Super Bowl week. Super Bowl Sunday, this Sunday. Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles. Gage, how we doing, man?
You know, it's a bittersweet ending. We really don't like the Super Bowl matchup, but it's the last week of football. So take it as you want, watch it if you want, but after Sunday, no matter who wins, it's going to be sad because we're going to realize, you know what? We're out of football. And that's basically what this show is about, is football. So I don't know how what we're going to talk about after, but it's going to be interesting.
I got a feeling there's a lot of drama and stuff that we could talk about in this offseason, which we'll probably get to before we even get to our Super Bowl pick, because to me, and everybody got the same thoughts, but this Super Bowl is just nobody wanted to see either one of these teams in there. They were just there 2 years ago. I didn't even watch it the last time these two teams played, so you can tell that I'm not enthusiastic about this one at all. So we'll get to our pick after a while, but we've got some other business to attend to, right, Gage, before we get into that?
Oh, absolutely.
Right now, the NFL Honors is going on. Jaden Daniels just won NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. No surprise there. So, yeah.
I like how the beginning of the season we were talking about, Caleb Williams, like he was number one pick. He's obviously going to be Offensive Rookie of the Year, and wasn't even nominated for it.
No.
But when you look at the guys that were nominated, very deserving.
No.
I think it came down to Jaden and Brock.
I agree.
All the records that Brock broke, but no one expected Washington to do what they did this year with a rookie quarterback, make it a couple games into the playoffs. Phenomenal season for him.
Yeah, well deserved. I believe he was. I mean, as good as Brock Bowers was, Jaden Daniels led his team to the playoffs, led his team to the NFC Championship game. To me, he has to win, Offensive Rookie of the Year at that point in time. Now I believe they're doing Defensive Player of the Year right now is what they're about ready to announce. They're showing all the candidates for it right now. So it'll be interesting to see who wins that one. But, yeah, Jaden Daniels, of course, Offensive Rookie of the Year. No other.
Yeah, I mean, no. There were no other guys that really should have been. Like I said, besides Brock, but Jaden Daniels, I think, quarterback, clear winner for this one.
Yeah. Well, the big news coming in, I think, this week for the NFL is the Super Bowl, of course. Like I said, we'll get to that in a minute. Some off-field stuff, though. I think the Browns' Myles Garrett requests a trade out of Cleveland. Gage, what do we think about that? Our fellow AFC North members, their top player wanting out.
I mean, I wouldn't be upset if he got out of the division. I think that's very fair to say. But it's the Browns, man. Nobody wants to be there if they want to win. Baker got out. Now Myles wants out. Amari Cooper got traded. What else do they got? Nick Chubb got his leg torn off last year, so he couldn't really say he wanted to trade. Yeah. I don't know. I know the Browns said no. The Browns say, we're not going to do it. Which, typical Cleveland, not wanting to satisfy their players. Part of me wants to wonder if he would hold out next season because of it. And if he does he play at all? Does he hold out half a season? What does he do? I don't know. But all I can say is just don't put him around anyone who can easily have their helmet removed.
Well, Myles Garrett was just named AP Defensive Player of the Year as we speak right here on the topic right now. So the Defensive Player of the Year wants out of Cleveland. I don't blame him for wanting out of Cleveland either. That's a mess up there. They're trying to pay Deshaun Watson, all that money, and he's not providing anything. And then, he's the best player on the team. and Cleveland's not going to trade him, is what they're saying. I think that's probably going to change. Like you said, maybe a holdout. I don't think Cleveland will let it get to a holdout. I think they'll end up granting him his request. Somebody's going to give up enough for him. Now, the Detroit Lions have a lot of draft picks that they could possibly use to turn that in, because they got to get healthy on that defensive side. That's what they were missing this year. If I'm Detroit, I would go all in on Myles Garrett, and I'm fine with that because that's out of the division.
It's out of the division. It's out of the conference, which would be even better. Wow, the Lions weren't a team that I thought about. Personally, I wouldn't like it because Pittsburgh plays Detroit next year. But that's something I didn't think about. He wants to go play for a winner. Detroit's winning, at least this season they were, and I expect him to continue it. So why not put him and Hutch on the outside? Oh my God, that would be unstoppable.
If I'm Detroit, I'll make that happen. I see what do you want? Draft pick wise, what do you want? Even player wise, do you want?
Think that's part of the problem though, is what do you want? And then Myles also wants an extension. And he's going to ask for a lot of money. I don't know how much cap room Detroit has, but maybe they just do what most teams do and just defer it, for 10 years or something like that. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting if he does get traded and if he doesn't. Either way, it's going to be a good story for next season.
So one of those websites was like, could Myles Garrett potentially be traded to an division rival in the Cincinnati Bengals? I was like, no, they're not going to. The Browns aren't going to do that. The Browns aren't trading him to Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, or Baltimore. Not a top star like that.
Let's be honest. It's Cleveland. So I feel like that's all I got to say. They gave that horrible contract to Deshaun Watson. They'll do anything.
Worst contract in NFL history.
Oh yeah, they traded away one of their best receivers in Amari Cooper to the Buffalo. So they'll do a lot.
Yeah, they let Baker go to get Deshaun Watson because they thought they was getting an upgrade. Yeah, so maybe went really well. Joe Flacco came in and led them to the playoffs last year.
Yeah. Maybe you bring back old man Joe.
Famous Jameis was fun to watch at least last year for the Browns.
Yeah, he at least made it entertaining.
Yeah, they didn't win a whole lot, but people tuned in.
So here is via Spot Track for the Myles Garrett contract. If he gets traded to another team, the Browns would take on over $36 million in dead cap. The new team would acquire $19.8 million in 2025 and $25 million in 2026. For a player of Myles Garrett caliber, that actually wouldn't be bad.
No, not bad.
And that money is that money for the new team is non-guaranteed. So if he doesn't play because he's hurt or whatever, that money doesn't. They ain't got him.
Yeah. I would take a risk if I'm somebody. It's not even a risk at that point. Why not take a shot at getting him? Somebody.
I wouldn't mind Pittsburgh just being like, all right, here's a first-round pick and Dan Moore. There we go. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening either. But something that may happen for both of our teams, the LA Rams announced that they are going to be looking for a trade suitor for Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, often injured this year. Since Puka Nakua has come in the league, he's taken a backseat to him for sure, and especially this year after he came back from injury, he was definitely left behind. He didn't hardly any catches at all since he come back from injury. It was all Puka all the time, just about. And they're saying the top three landing places, the odds right now, Cincinnati Bengals, Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots. They're all in that top three. I don't like the Bengals being up that high for him because that means if we get Cooper Kupp, they're thinking there's a certain wide receiver who won't be in Cincinnati next year, and I don't like that thought.
Personally, for the Pittsburgh side, I don't mind it. They need another receiver. You're not bringing back Van Jefferson. God, I hope not. You're not bringing back Ben Skoranek. God, I hope not. You're not bringing back Scotty Miller. God, I hope not. So you need to go out and get somebody, whether it's through the draft, free agency, trade, however it is. But I'm not getting my hopes up. I've seen this story before. How's the Taylor Swift lyric go? I've seen this film before, and I don't like the ending. Very simple. Brandon Ayuk, Devontae Adams. Pittsburgh was favorites to land both of them in the last year, and neither happened. So when I get the Bleacher Report with the red alarm emoji that says all capital letters, Cooper Kupp traded to Steelers, then I'll believe it. Until then, I am not getting my hopes up just to be let down yet again.
This is the perfect spot for him. He's probably going to be Cooper Kupp gets traded to the New England Patriots, and all of a sudden he's their number one guy over there, and it's like, okay. But yeah, I'm not really thrilled that the Bengals are in that, like I said, because that tells me one thing. They know a little something.
The Rams are willing to pay part, if not all, not all, but a good portion of Cooper's contract. If he's very cheap, why not re-sign T and get Cooper Kupp and have Jamar Chase?
Now, I like the thought of Cooper Kupp as a third on that depth chart right there. I really like that thought. I didn't think about that, but I know that the Bengals aren't going to do that. They're probably not paying T, and if they go after Cooper, he's lost a step for sure. But, I still think he might have something in there. Beginning of the season, before he got hurt, I thought he played pretty well. Yeah. Maybe give him some time to get ready and get back up and going again. Maybe we get the old Cooper Kupp next year.
Well, and that's part of the thing, too, is did Cooper really take a step back? Yeah, he was hurt. Was he fully healthy when he came back? The whole team as a whole wasn't playing their best offensive football. Matt Stafford didn't have a Matt Stafford season. Puka Nacua became number one, so of course Stafford's going to force feed Puka. So it's did he really lose a step, or is it just he isn't a number one anymore, so the stats don't show?
That's probably more like it. He's probably not a number one anymore. And, Puka has had an amazing couple of years, especially this year. Last year was great too, but this year, when he came back from injury, it felt like he was getting 13, 14 targets every game and ended up with 9 catches for 100 some yards. He always seemed to be open 20 yards downfield. And it's how's this guy getting this open? Is this the only receiver on the field? And how are they not covering him? But maybe it is. Maybe it is Cooper Kupp. Maybe he just needs a fresh start. I know he wanted to finish his career in L.A., but maybe he just needs that fresh start, and we'll see where he ends up.
Yeah. Also, going back to the awards real quick. Did you say Miles won Deep Boy?
That's what it said up there on the screen, unless I'm reading it wrong.
Because I just got ESPN that says Patrick Surtain won it.
Oh, well, it had Myles Garrett's name up there, and I'm like, that don't look like Myles Garrett. But I'm rolling with it because it said, it said Myles Garrett up there.
Huh. Way to go, NFL. Way to go with your poor production.
Yeah, maybe Barry Sanders will name the right person here. I don't guess it's Barry Sanders' fault the first time that they had it up there wrong, but Saquon looks like he just won something.
Oh, did it? He went.
They just showed his picture up on the screen. Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yep. Now that is Saquon. I could tell that's Saquon. It says it, and it's him.
Any of the guys that were up for Offensive Player of the Year, though, well deserving. Lamar, Derek, Jamar, Joe, and Saquon.
Yeah.
Any one of them you could make a case for.
Yeah, and that tells you right there that Saquon's probably not winning MVP now because he won that award.
which I will never, ever understand. If you're Offensive Player of the Year and you're nominated in a group for MVP that is all offensive players, call me silly, but something tells me you should also be MVP. Although, looking at it, Jared Goff is nominated for MVP and not Offensive Player of the Year. So, I don't really know.
Well, yeah, it don't make much sense to me either. I agree with you. If you're Offensive Player of the Year, wouldn't that mean you were the most valuable player on offense?
Just saying.
You beat out these other guys? I don't know. We're being silly, it sounds like. I don't know.
We're just trying to make sense.
So speaking of players not going to be in certain spots next year, I seen a thing earlier today where Jay Glazer was where he did an interview, and he said that Russell Wilson is not back in Pittsburgh next year, and he will not be playing for the Vegas Raiders and Pete Carroll. And he still doesn't know if Justin Fields will be in Pittsburgh next year. Gage, who's going to be quarterbacking next year?
I want Justin because I really don't know who else. I mean, this draft is not a quarterback-heavy draft. There's a couple guys that's like, you could develop them, but they're not a day one starter. Like if Pittsburgh, for whatever reason, went and drafted Will Howard, say, it traded up, got Will Howard, you have to bring in a vet quarterback. You have, or you have to keep Justin Fields. You have to do something because none of these guys are day one starters.
No, especially not that further down in the draft. Cam Ward, maybe he's a first day one starter, maybe Shadur Sanders, but that's up. They're not going to be there when Pittsburgh drafts. And they're questionable, too, at being, day one starters. So I don't know what you do in that situation right there. But I felt like it was time for them to move on with Russell. I mean, he had a good season to begin with his career with Pittsburgh once he came back in. But there towards the end of the season, man, he really fell off, and he just didn't have it there. Now, I think it's probably better for Pittsburgh to move on from Russell and probably better for Russ to go find another place to play or backup at least.
No, I agree. The only thing I don't like I saw a report yesterday at some point, to where Arthur Smith stopped allowing Russ to make changes to the plays at the line of scrimmage. After that Cincinnati Bengals game where he threw 400-plus yards and they put up, 41 points. Let's change that. Why would we want to do anything with that? Because Arthur Smith is a run-first guy, but the problem is you don't have a top-tier running back. You didn't go out and give Saquon the 3-year, $36 million contract. You didn't go out, you didn't sign Derrick Henry to the, 2-year, not high number money contract that he got. You had Najee Harris, you had Jalen Warren, and you signed Cordero Patterson. That's not a run-first group right there.
No, it's not. And like you said, he had 400-some yards passing in that game. Why change it up at that point in time? He's proven he's a veteran too. You should be able to trust him to make changes if need be. He should be able to read that defense and call whatever he wants at that point in time. And for him not to, I mean, that's, I don't know. It's kind of on the offensive coordinator. Did he get an interview at some place for a head coaching job, or was that some other time?
I think it was Jets and Bears, maybe, or maybe just one of them. But I think at least one of the two. He might have gotten both.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The offense is the problem in Pittsburgh, and I don't know if it's just the quarterback or what. I mean, you need receivers. Is Najee going to be there next year?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
He'll go. He'll sign like a 2 or 3 year deal with someone. Maybe get $9 million a year, and Steelers will go. They'll keep Jalen Warren, and in the draft, I want that Cam Scatabo. I would love if Pittsburgh got him in like the third round. Is what I'm thinking. That would just be awesome.
That is a tough running back right there, for sure. That bowl game when they played Texas and he almost single-handedly brought them back to beat Texas. Was an amazing performance right there. So, I mean, I would not like to see him in Pittsburgh, but I think it'd be a great fit for him if he did go to Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
like I said, I would love that. I would also like if Arthur Smith just didn't come back. So,
so another NFL honors. Ben Johnson named Offensive Coordinator of the Year, Assistant Coach of the Year. Sorry, no surprise there. And then Comeback Player of the Year, Joe Burrow, 2024 Comeback Player of the Year. Who day?
Probably the only one that actually deserved it because he was the only one that didn't play last year.
Was DeMar Hamlin on that list again for Comeback Player of the Year? I thought I read that somewhere. Might have been.
I think I remember us saying it. Yeah, it was DeMar, J.K. Dobbins, Christian Gonzalez, Sam Darnold, and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, so Joe, wins the Comeback Player of the Year. I think we said before, if DeMar Hamlin can't win it last year, because, I mean, he was on the list last year. If he can't win it from coming back from the dead, he can't win it this year from just being there again,
It's like, yeah, okay, he's playing. Congrats. I don't know really what you want.
Yeah, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing right now. That's good.
Like, is he going to be on that list now for the rest of his NFL career?
I hope not. But, I mean...
I hope not either, but, I mean, if they need someone to fill the spot, then probably.
Like, hey, Bryce Young, you're Comeback Player of the Year nominee because you sucked half the year. So, but we need another slot here. Who can we get? Is DeMar Hamlin out there still? He's still playing? Let's put him on the list. Like, what?
Well, that's like Sam Darnold being nominated for Comeback Player of the Year. Comeback from what? Sucking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you put somebody on that? It's like, I don't know. I don't think it was back-to-back. I feel like it was back-to-back years, but Chad Pennington back in the day, I'm pretty sure he's a two-time Comeback Player of the Year winner. And, I don't think it was back-to-back, but I feel like it was. And that's kind of like putting DeMar Hamlin on a Comeback Player of the Year 2 years in a row. It's like Joe Flacco was on it last year. It's like, from what? The couch? Where'd he come back from?
Let's see. Just reading it, he won it in 06 and 08. So something happened in 07 and 05. So I don't really know. But, man.
Yeah. Almost back-to-back. 2 out of 3 Comeback Player of the Year. Chad Pennington.
And now, him and Joe Burrow, the only people to win Comeback Player multiple times.
Yeah, I hope Joe Burrow never wins that award again. Hope this is the last time. We'll see.
Oh, come on, a three-peat? Here we go.
No, don't want it. I don't want Jake Browning starting quarterback next year. No thanks.
Oh, just draft a quarterback. Why not? It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, because there's plenty to choose from in the draft next year. We know that. Yeah.
Maybe the Bengals trade somebody to get a top 5 draft pick.
So what's worrying me about the Bengals is Trey Hendrickson, I guess, went on McAfee's show and said that he was looking for a new contract, whether it's with the Bengals or not. And I was like, oh, man. But he still wants the Bengals to win. I'm like, what? I'm confused by that part right there. It's like, I get the wanting a new contract, but, huh? I don't know, but
NFL sacks leader this year. He's going to get something.
Yeah, and I don't know if the Bengals are willing to. I mean, because they got to not pay somebody. Who are you not going to pay? You still got to pay Jamar.
Yeah.
You just might have to pay T.
You're gonna pay Jamar. Like, no question about it.
You had better pay Jamar, or you're going to. Oh, that'll be Cleveland Browns lunacy right there.
Ooh.
If they don't pay Jamar.
maybe Jamar goes and signs with, I don't know, Cleveland or Baltimore or Pittsburgh or Kansas City, maybe Philly.
Yeah. No. No, we don't need all that stuff. uh,
I
uh,
just put it out there.
well, let's not put that out there. But yeah, I don't think anybody else has been hired. The Saints are still looking for their head coach, which I think after this weekend they would have found their man. Just saying, he may be, you know. Whitney says how many NFL players come back from the dead. Yeah, Whitney says how many NFL players come back from the dead though. Just one, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Damar Hamlin, he's the only one.
No. As far as I know, no one has ever come back from the dead besides for him. So.
Yeah, and then he didn't even die last year. That's the thing. So if there was
know why he was nominated.
If there was any time for him to win Comeback Player of the Year, it should have been 2023. I mean, last season. Yeah. That was definitely his year, but he was on the list this time, and Roger Goodell is up on stage right now. Yeah, they're not too happy with Roger Goodell right now, are they? From what I was reading earlier.
No.
But are they ever?
No. No one's happy with Roger Goodell. No one's happy with Rob Manfred. All these sports commissioners, no one's happy with them. But they're getting money, so why do they care?
They don't care. I mean, he's getting paid, better than some starting NFL quarterbacks in this league per year.
Oh yeah.
And he's got one of your guys up there with him right now. Cam Hayward is up on stage.
Oh, probably for Walter Payton, I would assume.
Yes, that's what it is. Man of the year right now. Whitney says, you die once, you automatically get on the list forever. Yeah, that's the way it seems. Every year, it's just they should just name it the Damar Hamlin Comeback Player of the Year award at this point in time, because who's beating that?
Just take Comeback Player out completely and just name it the Damar Hamlin Award. We have the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Why not the Damar Hamlin Come from the Dead Award? Why
not? I mean, Bill Belichick's saying we should go ahead and rename the Lombardi Trophy the Tom Brady Trophy.
No. There's no way I could be able to call it the Tommy Trophy. Because that is where all the jokes would come from.
The Tommy Trophy. There we go. Yep. That's what it's going to be. He's going to present it after the Super Bowl on Sunday, and he's going to say, congratulations, you've won the Tommy Trophy this year. What do you have to say? Where are you going? We're going to Disney World.
I don't like you putting this out in the world like this. I'm just going to say it. I'm not a fan. Don't like it. I don't know what the betting odds are on this, but let's not make it happen.
I'm sure there's some sort of prop on there right now. Tommy Trophy in the next 5 years, plus 250.
Who knows? It may be even a negative. Maybe it's bound to happen.
Let's hope not. Like you said, let's hope that doesn't happen. We'll see, I guess.
The TB12 trophy.
So they had some media this week, NFL media, and one thing I saw on there. Somebody asked Patrick Mahomes, they said, could you do your best Kermit the Frog impersonation? And he said, this is all I've got. His best Kermit voice. I was like, that's it. He did it.
That is, oh my God. Have you seen someone decided to give Jameis Winston a microphone for media down all this week? He has been absolutely hilarious. I love Jameis Winston. This makes me like him even more. Not the best football quarterback, but you know what? Fox, CBS, I don't care who, someone hire this man because he is awesome.
I've seen the where he had the W and it had the powdered sugar on it, and it's like, yeah, what he used to do all the time. Got the W up there, yeah.
There was one I saw earlier today. He was talking to different players: Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, Saquon, Patrick Mahomes, everybody. and he's going through this long thing like, oh, yo, great season this year, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, but everyone is wondering, what's your favorite color?
Oh, that's great, yeah.
A couple of Chiefs players said green, a couple Eagles players said red. So whenever they did that, he was like, oh, so you want insert other team to win. Oh, is that what you're saying? There were a couple of turquoise. There was a pink. Like, it was awesome. Very lighthearted, very comedic. Hire this man.
Yeah, I think he'd probably be better off as, working for one of those networks than playing quarterback in the league. He's always good for an interview, though, so I wouldn't expect anything else out of him for be highly entertaining.
There was also another one where he asked Saquon. He was like, Saquon, who do you think should sign me to be their quarterback? And Saquon goes, well, I think New York could use a quarterback right now.
Oh, man.
Wow. Just throwing a little shot at your former team is great.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, New York, you had Saquon for all that time, and you wasted it. And you're like, you know what? Go on. Even in the Hard Knocks, the general manager's son was in there, and they were talking about who they should draft with the draft pick, and he said, Jaden Daniels. And they're like, get out of here, kid. We don't need him. Nobody wants that guy. Oops. He'll just go to your rival and beat you down for the next 15 years.
Yeah. There's one I saw earlier today. I forget the guy's name, but some dude was hiring for the Tennessee Titans GM spot, I think it was. And they asked him, like, oh, what would you do? And he said, I would trade the first pick and start Will Levis this year. And see what would you get for the first pick? And they apparently said no and went with someone else. So,
gee, I wonder why.
oh, come on. The combination of Mr. Mayo, Will Levis, and Mason, I like to get my head beat in with my helmet, Rudolph. Come on.
I was like a Will Levis apologist on this podcast because of the Kentucky affiliation, but I can't back that anymore. I can't do it. I was like, man, he's better than Anthony Richardson. Now it's like, yeah, they both pretty much suck.
Yeah, I don't know who I would take. Probably still Will Levis. I don't know.
Probably. Because, I don't know, Anthony Richardson will get out there and he'll get you first down and he'll be like, check me out, I'm done. Put in somebody else, please.
Will Levis will just make a very embarrassing, funny highlight reel.
Oh, yeah. And it'll look like the most impressive thing in the world, too. Like, he'll do a backflip and throw it between his legs 30 yards down the field, and then the defender will catch it and come down and score a touchdown. But, I mean, it'll look great in the process. Like, that was awesome. But it just didn't work out for you.
And Levis will flop on his stomach and be like, no.
Yeah, I mean, that's how that'll go for him. I mean, it'll be impressive. It'll be fun to watch. But at the end of the day, you're going to lose a lot.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And, well, I guess this is the time of the podcast where we get into it. Not us. I mean, we're not going to get into it because, I mean, it's whatever. We'll get into the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl licks, as Rob Gronkowski called it on that one commercial, LIX 59. He looked at it and just read it. Super Bowl licks? Oh, this is going to be awesome. I'm Gronk. I'm special. Get me on USAA, So... They never seen a guy for 7 straight years trying to con the U.S. military out of giving him insurance. I'm pretty sure the NFL pays decent themselves, but whatever. It's the Gronk. Sunday, this Sunday, live from New Orleans, 6:30 on Fox. Game being called by Tom Brady. The Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles. Right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are a 1-point favorite. Gage. First, before we get into the pick, do we have any props we're seeing out here for entertainment purposes. Any parlays or anything going on?
So we obviously got to make it fun. Because for me, just turned 21, I can finally sports bet. This is awesome. So I have an 8-leg parlay on DraftKings that is plus 1,400 at the time that I submitted it. Used a bonus bet, so I don't even have to really pay much for it. So that's
Here
cool.
we go.
Pay out $350. We're gonna start from most likely to happen to we don't know what's gonna happen. First off, we're gonna take some rushing yards. Saquon Barkley, 70+ rushing yards. I think it's very doable. Kansas City Chiefs defense isn't the best at stopping the run. Saquon might hit that in the first quarter if he breaks off one of those 65-yard touchdown runs. Another one, it's a Kelsey Swift Bowl. So we're going to take Travis Kelsey for 50+ total yards and an anytime touchdown scorer. I also have another one because it was a prop boost for 10+ yards in the first quarter. That's a different one, but I think they're all going to hit. The ones... Oh, I forgot to mention. I also took Saquon Barkley for anytime touchdown score. So right there is 4 legs. 2 of the ones that I think are going to be difficult to come by is because it's going to depend on how the quarterbacks play. Passing yards on both of the quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts, we're going 200. 200+ passing yards. And Patrick Mahomes, 225. It's the Super Bowl. These guys are going to show out. Why not throw up a lot of yardage? And then we decide to have some fun. A.J. Brown, 40+, he's going to hit that. I have no doubt in my mind he's going to hit 40+. It's a Super Bowl. Big stage. Trent McDuffie, you don't know where he's going to be. Is it going to be on A.J.? Is it going to be on Dallas Goedert? Is it going to be on Devonta Smith? Are they going to double team Saquon? Don't really know. And all it takes is, 3 catches, and he could have 40 yards. And then we have a money line take because I'm not doing the spread. Screw that. The winner of the Super Bowl to pay out $350 when all of these hit, because I have no doubt that they're going to. This is way overconfident of me, and I don't like it. It's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs give me the points. They get the 3-peat, and Travis Kelsey proposes afterwards. Give me the Chiefs. Give me the points. Super Bowl over.
All of those sound great. Saquon for 70. I mean, you could probably double it and would be good. Patty Mahomes with 225. I like it. Jalen Hurts 200. I mean, he played pretty good last game, right? They're finally taking the chains off of him a little bit. A.J. Brown 40 yards. Is he reading a book? That's the only question I have. If he's doing that, you might be in trouble on the parlay. I like it. And the Chiefs 1-point favorite. I don't really care for either one of these teams. I don't want to see a 3-peat. I don't. But you'd be silly to pick against the Chiefs at this point in time, right? I mean, you keep picking against them, keep picking against them. I think I've even said on this podcast earlier in the year, the Chiefs have been skating by, getting lucky so many times this year. Their luck's going to eventually run out. I don't think it's going to run out this year. I think that I was wrong. I think that the Chiefs are going to end up winning this game. Like I said, you'd be silly to pick against them. Saquon Barkley's, like I said, I've said it on here, I think he's the only player I like on either one of these teams. He's just a likable guy. I know he went to Penn State, and that's a mark against it for you. And he's playing for Philly now, and that's another mark against him. But, he's done things the right way, it seems like there. From what I've heard, he's a great teammate, a great guy. It's hard not to root for him. I'll be rooting for him. But in the end, and it's not even a ref thing, the Chiefs are really good. Let's just say it how it is. Patrick Mahomes last week, or the week before last, played really well, outplayed Josh Allen. He's played good in the playoffs. He seems to step it up, as the greats do. As much as I don't like to see him do it, it doesn't matter who you put around him either. You take Tyreek Hill away, you give him Xavier Worthy, you get D-Hop, you just get whoever, plug and play out there. Kelsey's the constant that's out there. Pacheco hasn't really been the running back he's been. It hasn't really mattered. Chiefs defense is really good too on the other side. Spags, you always hear Spags, Coach Spags dialing up the blitz over there. Let's see what he dials up. I mean, he's been great all year. Chiefs going to win this game. Chiefs cover. Give me the Chiefs. And what is the Super Bowl? I'll watch this one. I protested last time because last time these two teams played, the Chiefs beat the Bengals in the AFC Championship game, and I was like, that should not have happened. I'm not even going to watch a snap of the Super Bowl, and I didn't. But this year I will. Man, that was tough to say.
It feels awful. It really does.
It does.
I think I would have felt more awful with myself if I would have picked Philly, though. So I'm not happy with my pick, but I am less mad at that pick than the Eagles.
And for me, I don't like either team, but I'm not as big of a hater of Philly. Like for you, man, if either one of these teams wins, yours is just like, yeah, whatever, who cares? We get history, three-peat. Hey, let's name it the Patrick Mahomes Trophy. Why not, right? I mean, he's won 3 in a row. He's won 4 all together. Why not?
No.
Let's do it while he's still playing. The only active player ever to win 3 in a row.
He won his own award. Oh, my God. This is insane.
Yeah. So, with that, I seen some exotic Super Bowl props. I just want to go over these real quick. These are fun. They have the coin toss. Tails right now is plus 100 on DraftKings. Tails never fails, right? Huh?
Is this a weighted coin?
I don't know. It's hard telling. The national anthem. Sporting News best bet on here says under 120 and a half seconds. You can get that at plus 115.
Do we know who's singing it? Because I have no idea.
John Batiste. I believe he is in Guardians of the Galaxy. He used to wrestle. No, that was Dave Batista. My bad.
Wait a second.
Yeah, John Batiste, whoever that is.
I feel bad, but I can say that I don't know who that is. So
yeah, I don't either. And he did the 2017 U.S. Open in 106 seconds, and he did the All-Star game that same year in 89 seconds. So under looks pretty good.
If I knew more about him, I would be able to say, but maybe he'll pull a Chris Stapleton and it'll be 2.5 minutes or however long it was last year. So
maybe. Then Kendrick Lamar's first song, Squabble Up, plus 380 on FanDuel.
No. I think he's going to come out to Humble. So I
can't
take that.
Yeah, that is, it says Humble is one of them. And Not Like Us is also on the list. I'm pretty sure that's probably for the end, I would guess. I'm assuming that's the last song he plays.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes over and how much they let him sing of that one.
Yeah, I've seen some reports that Drake may be lawyering up if he sings at Super Bowl. I don't know how true that is, but man, you talk about you could tell who lost that rap battle right there for sure, especially the other day. Whew.
It would be very funny if Kendrick gets out there and he's like, I have a special guest to bring on, and he brings on Drake, and they like dap each other up, they hug each other like we're all good, and then bam, right into Not Like Us.
Not Like Us, yeah. That would be something right there. I wonder what the odds would be on that. I haven't looked through all these yet. That might be on here. This one right here is kind of like, whoa. Kendrick Lamar total number of songs. Gage, if I were to tell you total number of songs over under, what would you put that number at?
Oh, let's see. 6.5.
10.5. Minus 105 on BetMGM. Yeah. I would probably take the under on that right there.
I would think so. Halftime's not that long.
No. I mean, it's longer than usual, but man. It says it should be an unforgettable performance for everyone but Drake. Gatorade color. Yellow, green, and lime are plus 250.
All at plus 250. Ooh, that makes it difficult.
So red is not on there. Red you would think would be one of them, right? It's not even one of the top ones.
I would think red would be up there just because Kansas City.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought too. And then lime, for the Eagles. I don't know.
Interesting.
Will Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift? Yes, is plus 800 on BetMGM.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. So that's one of your predictions.
I see. So speaking of Travis Kelce, the highest odds, I guess, lowest odds, it is plus 9,000 on DraftKings currently. It is called Wildest Dreams for Travis Kelce to score the first and last touchdown of the game. Plus 9,000. Now, if you think he's going to have the hat trick of touchdowns, you could take that one and another one that's called You Belong With Me. Travis Kelce to score the first and second touchdown. That one's plus 7,000. Now, apparently, looking at it, you can't combine those two, unfortunately. But if I do my normal $1 bet on Travis Kelce to score the first and last TD, $1 would pay out $91. And for plus 7,000, it would pay out $71 for first and second touchdown.
Not a bad turnaround.
Surprisingly, those are worse odds than one called You're on Your Own, Kid, where it's Xavier Worthy to have 10 plus receptions and 1 plus rushing attempt. That's only plus 2,000.
Man, they must think Xavier Worthy's going to have a huge game then. 10 receptions? Wow.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite things on the DraftKings is the little nicknames they got up there, like you said, the You Belong With Me parlay, Those are the best. Whoever comes up with them, kudos to them, because those are interesting to see sometimes. Some of them on there, you're like, eh. Oh, Whitney says, plot twist, Taylor proposes to him.
That would...
Wonder what
the betting odds on that.
Maybe it'll be on this. I don't know. I ain't made it that far yet, but I don't know. I mean, would those odds be better than Travis Kelce proposing to her at plus 800? I don't know. So DraftKings, get on that.
Let's see, what else do we have? There's one just called Run. It's Travis Kelce to have 5 plus rushing yards. Something tells me that's not going to hit.
So I seen a bet. Oh, go ahead.
That is only plus 1,200. So
the NFC the AFC NFC Conference Championship games last week, 2 weeks ago. Somebody parlayed these two games together, and they put 1 rushing and 1 passing touchdown in each quarter for both games, and it hit. They put $10 on it, and it won over $200,000. And I'm like,
oh my God.
Man, I never did even think about that.
Everyone claiming the taxes on that one.
Yeah, no kidding. But, man, turning 10 into that over, just 1 rushing touchdown, 1 passing touchdown each quarter. It doesn't matter who throws it, who catches it, whatever.
Or we could go 2 is better than 1. 2 plus successful 2-point conversions in the game.
Ooh. What is the odds on that one?
That one is plus 950.
Think about it. Like, what if the Chiefs get up, or what if the Chiefs get down 24-7? All of a sudden, we need some 2-point conversions. Boom, we get it. First time, boom, we get it again. Here we are. There it is. It can happen.
It could. It unlikely, but it could.
Very unlikely. Will there be a scoregami? Plus 2,800 on DraftKings. It says fade the scoregami on this. A scoregami has only occurred in 3 of the 58 Super Bowls. No is minus 10,000, so yeah, I definitely would not bet anything on that.
I'll put $1 on no. I'll get a penny out of it. Why not?
Will there be an octopus? Yes, is plus 1,400. No is minus 5,000, by the way.
Okay.
9 players completed the octopus in 2024 season. Hurts became the first player to do it in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Oh.
That'd be a case of if you're down again, they go for 2. I could see an octopus right there.
Why not?
Why not? Taylor Swift inspired props. 15. Patrick Mahomes to have 15 rushing yards and 215 passing yards, minus 175.
I actually like that. I like that one.
I think that one's going to hit. Chiefs to lead. Is it over now? Chiefs to lead by 14 points at any time in the game, plus 225.
I can also see that happening.
Actually, I can see that happening too. Gold Rush. Saquon Barkley to have 20 rushing yards in each quarter, plus 350. Not bad. Shake it off. Eagles to score first and the Chiefs to win, plus 300. Any quarter to have 22 points, plus 400.
That I can see that though. 22 combined. All you need is you would need 3 touchdowns, a 2-point conversion. Okay, I guess it would be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, or I was sitting there thinking, I was like, well, if you got a couple field goals, a 2-point conversion, a touch. Nah, I think I'm going no on that one too. Mine, Travis Kelce to have 87 receiving yards and to score 1 touchdown, plus 450. I could see that happening too if he has a huge game.
Travis Kelce is his best in the playoffs, so
he is. Mine, Travis Kelce to have 87 yards and did I already do that? Yeah. Look what you made me do. Travis Kelce, 4 receptions in each half, plus 500.
Yeah.
Me, Saquon Barkley, longest rush, 50-plus yards, plus 350. Now, he did that in the last game, first play.
I did say when I was going over my parlay that Saquon, what if he breaks off one of those 65-yard runs? Right there it would be.
Could happen. Friendship bracelets. Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco to combine for 3 touchdowns. Plus 800.
Nah, I'm good.
Fearless.
I need other people to score touchdowns.
Yeah, you don't want that one. Fearless. Patrick Mahomes. 5 rushing yards in every quarter. Plus 800.
Difficult.
2 is better than 1. 2 successful 2-point conversions in the game, plus 950. I think you mentioned that one a while ago.
Yep.
Style, Saquon Barkley to score 1 receiving and 1 rushing touchdown, plus 1,000.
I don't know if he has. Does he have any receiving touchdowns this year?
I don't feel like he has much. I think he might have 1. Maybe.
1 or 2.
But it's not a whole lot. I mean, it's nothing I would trust in the Super Bowl.
Oh, no, absolutely not. He has 2.
2. Okay. Pretty sure it was one of them games where he had 4 touchdowns in a game. Had 3 rushing, 1 receiving, probably.
No. It was against Jacksonville, where he had 1 rushing, 1 receiving. And then against Green Bay in the opener, where he had 2 rushing and 1 receiving.
Oh, it was 2 rushing, 1 receiving. I know it was a multiple game.
Now.
Yeah. Oh, silly me. Ready for it? Travis Kelce to score on the Chiefs' first drive, plus 1,100. Deja vu, Chiefs. Yeah.
Yep. Combine that with the score of the first and the second one. Well, heck, why not?
Hey. Deja vu, Chiefs to win by exactly 3 points, plus 750. Today was a fairy tale. Chiefs to win and Travis Kelce to score 2 touchdowns, plus 1,400. There you go, Gage.
All I'm saying is $1's not much.
Let's see, and then the last one they have on here: who will be mentioned first in the MVP speech? Teammates have the best odds at plus 325. Actually, no, that's the second best. God is the first one, the odds-on favorite. Yeah, so I would say they're probably that's probably gonna hit. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe Kelce gets out there and thanks Taylor Swift first. I don't know. Yeah, those are the
actually
props.
Thanks Jason Kelce first. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them right there, they don't look that bad at all.
There's a couple more anti-hero. Jalen Hurts to do what he did last Super Bowl. 3 plus passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. Plus 1,600. Or, if you really believe in Saquon Barkley this game to just tear it up, why not go with I Knew You Were Trouble? Saquon Barkley to have 250 plus all-purpose yards for plus 1,800.
Hey, I can see Saquon tearing it up. I can see it happening.
I don't know if I could see. I can't see 250 though.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's had 255. A couple times this year, but this is the Super Bowl. It's the Chiefs' defense. That defense, I think they're going to have a game plan for. 2 weeks to prepare for Saquon. I think they're going to be prepared for him. Unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know.
My last prop here. If you really believe in love, you could go with the love story. Plus 2,500. Kansas City Chiefs to win, and Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce to combine for all of Kansas City's touchdowns.
That's what was the odds on that?
Plus 2,500.
Man, I feel like Xavier Worthy's getting a touchdown in this game, though.
Well, I don't know how those are better odds than Travis Kelce just getting the first and second touchdown. Because there's going to be a lot of touchdowns scored in this game. So
I think so too. But yeah, like I said, I feel like I don't think they're the only two that's going to score for the Chiefs.
No, not at all.
So as far as the awards are right here, let's see, any other one been named? Next Gen Stats Moment of the Year.
Well, fair enough. Yeah. Jared Verse won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yep. Hey. I was going to say, does he really show a lot of good sportsmanship? But okay. Not that I've seen. I think that one should be any Minnesota Vikings because they seem to know a little bit about celebrating their touchdowns. Yeah. It's Saquon, and it is also, I believe, Cooper DeJean's birthday, too. So. There's. Oh, I got to see if I can pull this up quick because I saw something about this earlier where it was. Oh, let's see if I can find meme. Yeah, so Saquon Barkley's birthday, February 9th. Cooper DeJean's birthday, February 9th. Super Bowl 59 date, February 9th. Jersey numbers, Saquon's 26, Cooper DeJean is 33. 26 plus 33 equals 59. So who knows? Yeah. So maybe it goes well for the Philly boys. Maybe it goes well for Philly, and we're just all talk about the Chiefs, and the Eagles prove us wrong.
I'm kind of hoping for that. I know you're not either. I mean, either way, it's like for you, but I don't know. I wish we didn't have to do this here. Why couldn't the Commanders done something or the Bills last week?
Or just anybody. Anybody could have beaten any of these teams, any of the round of playoffs, and they just said, "Nah, we don't."
Yeah, it's like, you know what? The Lions, they're like, you know what? We're down 17. Jameson Williams, you throw a pass downfield, please. Let's go for it. Let's do it.
Yeah. But throw that ball in the
yeah. Well, I think that'll do it here for our Super Bowl pick'ems, NFL honors. We'll talk about the MVPs and stuff next week, and we'll review the Super Bowl game. Hopefully, it's a good game. Hopefully, we all win our bets. Everything hits for us and all that. And we'll catch you all in the next one. We'll see you
later.